Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Koryzma. I stream on Twitch. I say arguably questionable things. And here's a fun fact about me. You probably already know this, but I'm obsessed with dinosaurs. But my favorite bird flying, like my favorite aviary dinosaur is the Quetzalcoatlus. I probably fucked up that name, but it is a bird, is a pterodactyl the size of an F-16. Or F-22, I think it might be too. It is a gigantic bird. It's really cool. But this is a podcast-style talk show where we invite new guests each show to give their takes on common people's stories and struggles. The chat has a chance to get their take in as well, so let us know, and we'll get to your take on the show if we can. Later in the show, we play a game with our guest, so stick around and enjoy Takes with Koryzma. Tonight, we are honored by a man who is, I'm not even joking, we call him the Fight King because he plays and dominates in the fighting arena, okay? He is obsessed with music and, more importantly, Post Malone like myself. And last but not least, he's got an obsession with the movie Emperor's New Groove, just like me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome y'all, Rumblepack. How you doing, man?
What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Going good, bro. How you doing?
I feel good. Thank you so much for having me on, man.
Of course, bro. Of course. What's a fun fact about you, bro?
A fun fact about me. I went to 4 high schools.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
Now did you get expelled or did you just move a lot?
I plead the 5th.
Yeah, this guy, he's throwing chairs at teachers.
He's rowdy.
Yeah,
you know?
He's getting rowdy, yeah.
Rowdy. No, it was moving a lot. The short version of it is my freshman year, I went to my school like in, whatever zone that I was in.
Yeah.
And then I got moved to a different school for my sophomore year because the school that my girlfriend was attending at the time, I had just opened like a fine arts program. I guess this counts as 2 fun facts. I had played the violin since I was 10 years old.
Oh shit.
And so I jumped on the fine arts program over there. And then my dad is in the military, so we were supposed to be in Florida for a few years longer, and our orders there got cut short, and we got sent out to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay.
So I attended a different school there for my junior year, and then it sucked. And so my senior year, I took some online classes and did dual enrollment at the local community college there. So 4 schools, 4 years.
I mean, that's not bad. I feel like it's like that could almost be a TV show,
4 schools, 4 years. Each season's year.
exactly. And then it's like it could give like Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide kind of vibes, where like every year's a different grade. So then it's all like you're also encountering different problems. But as long as you have the same, and the best part is you could get rid of all the cast except for you, because that's all that matters.
True. Okay. Yeah, just completely different every time.
Yeah, so basically
you just have the one central character every time.
So like everybody, which is probably a great way to save money. Because
have them show up for like a cameo, like you go to a movie or something, and then they show up again. You're like, wow, how's it going?
Like the classic like Disney thing when they walk into frame, everyone's like, woo!
And there's the definitely not added in post crowd noise.
100%, yeah, like they did it in front of a live studio audience or some shit, but oh man, that kind of stuff always kills me. So, but Chris, I appreciate you. The Fight King, they call you. But like, what do you?
You might. I think that's the first time I've ever heard it like call me that. If anyone had seen me stream the other night, they would be like, "This dude fucking sucks, man."
It's your first time playing that game, though. Wait till they get you on Tekken. Wait till they get you on Street Fighter, Smash Bros. For fuck's sakes, man. Like
Smash, I'm good at. I'll hold Smash.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
All right. Remember, guys, when he plays Smash, deodorant is not on the table. Okay. I thought you were about to pull some over, but today it is. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have some with me. I just reapplied before we went live.
Fake Smash player.
I was no, not a real Smash player. That's why I never made it like more than like a couple rounds into any tournaments, is because I was too washed. I was too clean. I actually knew this one dude here in town who would purposefully not shower like a few days before events, so that his body odor was used as like psychic damage for the player that he's sitting next to. It was demented behavior. Dude, I hated playing that guy, man. He'd show up, I'd be like, motherfucker,
dude.
No.
You like pull up like a fucking like mask, and you're like, all right, man, this is how it's gonna go.
Eventually, he stopped coming to events. I don't know whether he was in fact like banned or not, but I feel like he probably was, because dude was rank.
Now, I have a question for you. What do you do? What are your thoughts on the allegations that when you shower, you keep your feet outside the tub?
Explain.
So like when you shower, like you just kind of sit in the shower, but your feet are hanging outside the tub. Like you don't get them wet.
I have a standing shower. my feet are
all right. So are you wearing booties?
So
like like waterproof booties?
I'm just trying to picture this in my brain. I feel like I'm missing something. There's a step here that I've missed, and I cannot wrap my head around. So who's not having their feet in the shower? What? You. It's not a shower if you're not cleaning everything.
Yeah, but like in this scenario, you've got you're like you got your boots on that keep your feet dry, like you almost have a cast on them, and you tie them tight so that no water's getting in.
Why?
I'm asking you. Yeah,
I'm against it. Whatever this is, if this is a pro con, I'm against. No, don't do that. Clean yourself.
It's actually a sponsor for our friend Sarah for feet. No, I'm
clean
joking.
yourself, and for God's sake, please use more than just like a 5-in-1 body wash, shampoo, conditioner, motor oil.
Okay, don't judge those. Okay,
I'm judging them. I'm judging. They're not good for you.
Look, they are good for shampoo, conditioner, body wash, face wash, oil changes, fucking.
Cooking oil,
exactly. Cooking oil, fertilizer for the garden, fucking. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying, like, and I'll be honest.
It's so bad for your skin. It's so bad for your hair. Please don't. I'm begging you. Be an adult and buy separate shampoo and conditioner.
And I'll tell you right now. I buy separate. As of 8 months ago, but before
I started annoying everyone into
after though,
switching. Peanut butter, it's great peanut butter. I'll give it that.
Yeah, great peanut butter. But like before, dude, as a thrifty fella myself when it comes to shopping, because especially how expensive things are nowadays.
That's a different case. I'll give you the pass on that.
Yeah, like I was just like, so I did a lot when I first moved out. Because I went from like my bills like doubled from moving from my parents' house out of my parents' house to like out.
Oh yeah, that first reality check.
That first reality,
man, I have bills now, man.
The funny thing was like I was already paying some rent to help out, and like and like I was like talking to my parents, and I was like, so like, what is it gonna be okay like without me paying? And they're like, dude, you cost us $400 a month in groceries. And I'm like, so it's not gonna be that bad then.
Like we're better off.
But yeah, exactly. They're like, get the fuck out.
Please do not come back.
Yeah. So like I was like, shit, all right, well, there you go. So but yeah, like for me though, like I was paying some rent already, so that wasn't the worst part, but it was like the regular grocery shopping, the other bills on top of that, like you have to pay for hydro and shit. I'm like, what is this? What is this horse shit, dude? Like, I'm tired of. I hate it already. Yeah, like I only appreciate the freedom aspect. That was
That's true, but those first couple days when you're like, I can go anywhere I want, I can do whatever I want in my apartment. I can just, if I just want to go and get food, I can go do that. I don't have to ask nobody. I don't have to borrow nobody's car.
Yeah,
I can just leave.
I could be naked, screaming in the top of my lungs, 2 a.m.
Who cares?
Who cares? I mean, aside from
neighbors, maybe.
Yeah, neighbor. Dude, the guy that's doing LSD's at it again, dude.
And it's like, there goes that freak that lives above me, man. What
yeah,
is he
man.
doing?
He's just, I don't know. And he says they just get so confused. But then the part is they never can see you, because then they know who you look like. But up until then, if they like walk, did you hear that guy I think he's at like 303. Oh, dude, I know.
One of my favorite noise complaints that I've ever received was it was one of the first apartments that I had after when I first moved out here to Ohio. I lived with my in-laws for a little while, and then got my own place with a couple friends. And as we were moving in, it's a Sunday afternoon. We're on the third floor. And so at like 2 p.m. on a Sunday, I'd say a fairly normal time to be moving furniture. And we were trying to find like that window to not disturb anybody. So as we're carrying some stuff up top, the second floor door opens. And the smell of weed just right in the face. I mean, it slaps you. Not legal in Ohio at this point. And this guy goes, "Can you guys shut the fuck up? I am trying to study." We're like, "Homie, what do you want from us, man? How are we supposed to get our stuff in here if we can't move it in on a weekend afternoon?"
Yeah, like that sounds like put on some fucking
I still
headphones.
think about this guy, man. It's one of those things where, like somebody says something to you and for years it keeps you up late at night because it just bothers you a little. Like you can't seem to wrap your mind around why they would be so angry about something. I'll sit there at like 3 p.m. I'll be like, why was that dude so fucking pissed at us? We weren't even noisy.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing is like, you're not even noisy, but like, I don't think you should legally be allowed to make a noise complaint unless it's like 10.
It's gotta be. It says, it's gotta be after hours first, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be after hours. I feel like
unless you're in you're in like an apartment above somebody and operating a jackhammer.
Yeah.
10 p.m. at the earliest filing noise complaints.
Because like correct me if I'm wrong, dude. How like when we were at TwitchCon last year, the people outside were so loud all fucking night, and because we were there and we were like, okay guys, you just gotta be quiet after like 11, and we're like, okay, no problem. And we like, let's be honest, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, we were still out there. I wouldn't say we were loud. We were definitely like, you knew we were there. But when we went to bed and you could hear these guys going crazy till like 6 a.m. I'm like, man.
I mean, crazy.
Yeah, like loud.
Crazy. I mean, like bumping music until like 4 a.m. kind of like throwing shit, getting in fights, like ruckus.
Ruckus, dude. And I was like, man.
And we were so good about following the rules.
And it's like,
we had our stuff. We were loud, but then like the lights out time came. We were like, all right, let's take it aside. Let's turn it down. And so after that night, I loved our just like, fuck it. We're going hard now.
If this is how they're gonna play, then yeah, dude. Like, I don't want to hear them be like, yeah, these guys were loud. Because I would have been like, no, not fucking happening. Okay.
I do think a lot about those nights where we were raging because like there were apartment buildings like right next door to us.
Oh yeah.
Imagine living in one of those places that's next to like an Airbnb complex. You know what I mean?
It would have been
I feel like it'd be miserable.
It would be miserable, dude. It's like you might as well like live. What is it? Our friend of the show, Aaron Roos, doesn't he live like behind like a train station or some shit right now?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Playing
like,
games and you can hear the train on his microphone. Like that's how close it is. His mic picks it up.
And our buddy is notorious for using his Stream Deck as like for sound alerts but like he's like, I swear to God, this is not me pushing a button.
It's like, loud too. Like it sounds like it's in his room. Yeah. Loud.
So it's hilarious. But Chris, are you excited to get into these stories, brother?
Absolutely. I'm so curious as for what you got planned. I've spent all day being like, I wonder what he's got prepared for me. I can't wait.
Dude. It's I look forward to it, man. I've been, when I look for these stories, I'm like, dude, this shit is gonna be hilarious. And I hope so. So I've shared my screen with you, so you have that.
Yep.
But our first story of the day, guys. Am I the asshole for exposing my boyfriend's and sister's affair at her baby shower?
Yes. Next question.
Yes. Yeah, right. But I don't know, man. Maybe
maybe there's some shit.
Maybe there's some shit. Like, I want to know, like, it's her boyfriend and her sister. Are they having the affair? Like, clearly. So, warning, this is quite long. We'll just skip that part. For context, female 20 and my boyfriend male 21 have been in a relationship since we were 15. For the sake of this post, I call my sister Jenna and my boyfriend Chris. I first noticed Jenna thinking like Chris, like from Chris Redfield.
What?
Oh, because you.
Well, yeah, for me, and I like that they pointed out. It's like, hey, we've been dating since we were 15. Brittany and I started dating when we were 14.
Is this?
That's another fun fact.
Do we need to? Do we? No. Okay, we should be. No therapy, right? We're good. Yeah. But I first noticed Jenna's jealousy since me and Chris first got together when we were 15. Jenna always got attention from men, and I never did. She always had a boyfriend or some sort of hookup, and it was easy for her to constantly have one because she was a teenage boy's fantasy. Makeup always done, hourglass figure, big boob, short skirt, crop tops. You get the point, blah, blah, blah. I was the complete opposite. Awkward teenager in a small group with some similarly awkward friends. I didn't show off my body because I was not confident with it. I was always chubby. I never really motivated to do much about it until I joined an after-school sports club in our small town. It was there that I met Chris, who I formed a friendship with very quickly and soon enough a relationship. That was the only male attention I'd ever had, but I didn't care about that. He accepted me when I was overweight and when I started getting into shape. He congratulated me, but reminded me constantly that he loves me regardless of what she looks like or what I look like. A few months into dating, I introduced Chris to the family, and he started coming over nearly every day as he's not only got on well with the household, but his family life was a very hostile and abusive one. Anyway, Jenna started making remarks about my weight, even though I had lost quite a lot, and said that Chris deserved a pretty girl like her. She would wear skimpy clothes around Chris and subtly flirted with him all the time, but she never entertained it, at least not in front of me. Shortly after he turned 17, Chris moved in. We have a big house, so we were able to do this, thankfully, and both of us, we will always be grateful for my parents for taking him, considering the abuse he was suffering from his parents.
I'm starting to see where this is going.
Yeah. Despite having a big house, Chris and I still had to share a room. Jenna was 18 now and had dropped out. Her reason for doing so, I am not sure, but she was home constantly, had no intention of getting a job despite mom and dad repeatedly nagging her to do so. Chris had also practically dropped out, but at least had a part-time job. I continued going to college, meaning I was gone from 8 to 4 every day. The thought of leaving Chris at my home with my sister while both parents were at work, meaning they were alone together most of the day, discouraged me. But I didn't want it to be a jealous girlfriend, so I never brought it up. I noticed that they were kind of touchy with each other as the months went by. It was little things like, for example, if they were both in the kitchen at the same time, Chris would put his hands on her hips as he passed her by. Friday nights would be mine and Chris' movie nights, but she found any excuse to come into our room and join us, or would sometimes whisk him away to her room to play video games together. I did eventually bring it up to both of them, and they told me I was just jealous and insecure. Jenna specifically said I would always be that fat, insecure girl, and I was freaking out because I knew she could steal Chris from me in a heartbeat. It devastated me. A month after she said that, she found out she was pregnant. Everyone was confused because she hadn't mentioned any boyfriend or anything like that at the time. She said it must have been when she hooked up with a random guy in the club. In time, she had the baby, and we all looked after her, especially Chris, who sometimes sat with Jenna and the baby. I will call her Lily to remain anonymous. For hours watching TV, calling it family time. That's kind of sus right there. Again, I didn't want to look insecure to prove Jenna right, so I kept quiet. Fast forward to 2023. Chris and I welcomed our son in May. I'll call him Miles for the post. And Chris barely pays attention to him. He gave more affection to Lily, who wasn't even his own child. I confronted him about it, and this time everyone hopped on my case, including my parents. I was accused of letting my personal insecurities drive a wedge between the family and that I was jealous of Jenna. I protested that this was not the case and that I was just pointing out that my child was not being treated fairly by his own father, no less. My parents concluded that I either left it alone or I found my own place, and considering I was working a minimum wage job, I was unable to afford that at the time. So I choose to ignore both of them, accept that the relationship is basically over at this point. Chris and I no longer went on dates. He didn't come to any of my scans when I was pregnant, nor did he come to Miles' appointments. So it shouldn't have been a surprise that it shouldn't have surprised me that in August, after coming back home from taking Miles to the doctor's appointment, I walked into Chris and Jenna having sex in our bedroom. There it is. They had left Lily downstairs on her own unattended. I pulled out my phone and recorded both of them squirming around trying to cover themselves, and screamed at them before taking Miles with me to a friend's house after telling her the situation. Both of them laughed as I left the house crying with a screaming infant. I called my parents to let them know the situation, and they defended Chris and Jenna, saying sometimes things happen and people fall for each other. I hung up and stayed with my friend for the next week. Eventually, I did have to come back, but I avoided any type of communication with Chris or Jenna. It was completely awkward. Nobody initiated a breakup talk or conversation about what I'd seen, and I was strangely okay with that at this point. This was until Jenna fell pregnant in September, and that was my final straw. So I arranged to move in with my friend and took all of mine and Miles' things with me. My parents argued with me about it, but Chris and Jenna expressed relief that we were leaving. Chris didn't even say goodbye to Miles. I felt like I had not done me or my child justice and had been burning desire for revenge. So when Jenna stupidly invited my friend to her baby shower this month, I saw the perfect opportunity to out them. By now, they're in a public relationship, and they'd made a narrative that I was abusive to Chris, so he left me and found solace in Jenna. On February 15th, I left Miles with my friend. Shout out to her, by the way. She has been more of a second parent to him than Chris ever was. And I pulled up to Jenna's baby shower. When I walked into the venue, I felt absolute satisfaction watching Chris and Jenna's face drop. Jenna began to cuss and told our cousin to get me out of this baby shower, but I refused to budge. I publicly called them out for having an affair and questioned the paternity of Lily. I then showed the video to everyone in attendance, including my parents. Some people looked at Jenna and Chris in disgust. Some people looked at me in disgust and told me it was not the time nor the place. I left after that, and I was messaged by several people at the party saying that I'd caused the scene and was a terrible person. Am I the asshole? What do you think, brother? That's kind of crazy, though, dude. Like, what a whirlwind of a story.
What an unbelievable lack of support this person has around her. Oh my gosh.
Bro, the guy would have been better off going to get a pack of cigarettes and not coming back. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, man. I'm leaning towards not the asshole here.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at. Obviously, I think the first kid
it's probably his.
Probably his. The moment they're like, "Hey, he's moving in, and my sister's getting real handsy with him," I was like, "That's dude, headed towards trouble."
The moment,
dude.
like, I ain't gonna lie, like the moment when she's like, he put his hands on her waist to get around her, I was like, dude, they're already fucking. They're they're already.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, that's where it is. Yep, it's already happening.
Yep, and you know, like it probably, you know, like the fact that they had like a movie night and then he would just leave to go play video games with her I'm like, dude, is that like code for sex? You know, like is that code? It had to be, right?
It has to be.
Like, that's crazy to me, and
absolutely wild. I am furious for this person, for her parents, like unwilling to listen.
Dude, that's crazy to me, man.
Who says like, "Hey, my boyfriend is cheating on me with my sister"? Who says, in response to that, sometimes stuff happens. Like, no, I'm sorry.
Okay, did her parents go through that? Like, did one of them walk into each other getting fucked by somebody else? And they're like,
"Oh yeah, we went through that at 18."
They're like, it happens. Kids being kids. Yeah. You know, that's, I don't know if it works like that, dude. Like, I think that's crazy.
And so while I do appreciate, she gave a little backstory on the dude, like kind of coming from like an abusive home, right? Because I think that puts me in the mindset a little bit. In my limited knowledge, like most people are going to cheat because they're kind of looking for something that their current relationship doesn't give to them, right? Or it's something that they want.
It's usually like that, the thrill of it, right? Like where they, all that stuff.
Yeah, and it's a failure to be able to communicate with your partner on 100% on that front. So for everyone else in her life to just kind of hand wave it away, I think is just unbelievable.
To me, it kind of shows that the parents clearly have a favorite.
Yeah,
you know, like,
and it's not her.
It is not her. Really unfortunate, because she seems like the one with the most, like the best set of shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, she's got a good head on her shoulders, and like she just like was like, I don't understand how you fucking put a child in me, and then you're not even caring for it. And
then bounce. Yeah, I mean, because like not only did the parents have a favorite child, So also does this dude have a favorite of his two children?
Yeah, out of his most likely now about to be 3. Let's be honest.
I'm calling it. I think they're both his.
I do
like
too,
the
dude.
First one and the third one,
yeah.
They're his.
And I think which is crazy. Like, was bro in the delivery room for that first one? You know what I mean? Like,
right? Yeah,
like, could you imagine? Like, your sister's giving birth. We have to get there.
And everyone's like, "Why are you so into this?"
Yeah,
man?
like why? How do you have the car already started, dude? Like, what the fuck?
He's like, oh, like halfway there, like I'm headed to the hospital. I need y'all to meet me here.
Yeah, it's like,
why
dude,
you left without us?
Bro, we were putting our shoes on. We don't have another car.
So I'm assuming the question is directed specifically at am I the asshole for doing this at the
baby shower? Yes.
And here's the thing, I'm still saying no.
I agree, because I feel like part of me wants to be petty here, right? Part of me is like, they've slammed her enough, they've closed that, like, you know, they've repeatedly in her face said, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm not gonna lie, kind of a boss move to hit him at the baby shower.
Yeah, and I understand that feeling of making sure that like taking an opportunity where you absolutely know that you will be able to get out the things that you want to get out.
Yeah,
right. It's like this might, you know, bother some people, but this is the chance that I have to put this in front of people and show off something where no one can deny the things that I'm saying aren't true anymore.
Yeah, right. Considering, like, I'm surprised, like when she was telling them earlier when her parents were like, things happen. It's like her parents clearly didn't care. No. Things happen, dude. That's not appropriate.
Which is why I'm leaning towards not the asshole, because there was an attempt already to try and resolve it in a normal way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And her parents and the people around her rejected that. They said, no, you're crazy. Oh, things happen. Like you're no. Dude. And so, like, yeah, I absolutely, you know what? Fucking be petty. Go in there and be like, fuck you. I'm right. This is happening. I'll see y'all later.
Literally, dude. That'd be like, you know, say you lived with a couple roommates and your girlfriend just decided to start sleeping with one of your roommates. Like, it's literally like, that's, I would be losing my mind. I'd be like, there's no fucking...
I'd follow them everywhere they went. Be like, they're trying to go get dinner at a restaurant. I'm walking in there, be like, hey, guess what? These two fucking cheated on me.
Yeah,
you know
dude.
I mean? Like,
they cheated on me, and then just like flip their table or something like that.
Yeah, knock their drinks over.
Actually, you know
like,
what?
I'll see you at home.
Take both their dinners. Thank you for this meal, and just leave. Like, dude, I would be petty. Like, I'd say some petty shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially with cheating. It's like I I was saying earlier. Like, I empathize isn't the right word, but it's like I at least understand like kind of why people do that. But I also think there is absolutely no excuse for it.
No.
What it is an inability to be able to communicate properly, and so like whatever consequences come from after cheating is something that you've put yourself in already. So like if you cheat and somebody shows up at your baby shower and shows the world that you're cheating, you fucking did that to yourself, man.
Oh yeah, I don't feel bad for cheaters, because my you know, one of the things my dad burned into me when I was young is it was smart, and like I never thought about cheating anyways, but it was like he's like, if you're gonna cheat, be single. You know what I mean? Then that way you're not hurting anybody. Okay, that way it's like that makes sense to me. So, you know, unfortunate that this guy just happened to go from one sister to the other, because that's crazy.
How do you get there mentally?
Yeah, like how do you
I cannot fathom the steps it takes to be like, ooh, you know what I'm gonna do?
You know what seems good for a Tuesday afternoon? Sleeping with my girlfriend's sister.
Like, you know, like, that's just, how on earth did you reach that conclusion? I can't fathom for the life of me.
But
wild behavior.
What the heck is it? I'm looking for. That's the first one. Says, not the asshole. Cut off all contact with them and your parents, and just go after child support, and make God help you with everything else in life. I like to think she's got a lot of good karma coming for her.
I hope so.
Like,
it's been 1 year. Is there a check-in post?
I haven't seen. There's nothing to indicate a update, which I wish, dude.
Man, that's wild.
Let's see where. Jenna will leave him eventually, and just remember that when you're feeling bad, or he will cheat on her. Either way, just stick him with the bill. It'll make his life harder, and he will pay for his mistakes forever. It will also take money from his new family with Jenna, which could help end that relationship prematurely. Dude, I like that petty shit right there.
Honestly, and I mean, like, it is his kid. He should be involved somehow. And like, if all that is just paying child support, then yeah. And like, cheater already. Who's to say that relationship is going to last? And like, didn't they mention that she doesn't like have a job or anything either?
If she doesn't, like, he had a part-time. I would imagine. I don't know, like, if they're working at this point, but like, yeah, they're both. They're not really like, they don't have a good head on their shoulders. They just kind of just shit loafing.
No. Yeah, man. Wild stuff.
Yeah. The first comment said, one way to get even is child support. Go live your best life. Never look back. Eventually your parents will start begging for involvement with Miles, and you can tell them, too bad, so sad, dude.
Yep. You had your chance.
You had your chance, and you sided with people that were like crushing my life, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Wild behavior. I can't get over it.
But for me, she is not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Your sister and your ex-boyfriend? For sure.
Unbelievably,
yeah. That's crazy.
Unbelievable. Fucking wild, man.
Our next story. Am I the asshole for refusing to forgive my mother after what she did at my wedding? I got married 3 months ago, and my relationship with my mother has been on thin ice ever since. She has always been dramatic, but I never thought she'd go this far. For context, my mom never liked my husband. She thinks I settled because he's not a doctor or a lawyer like she wanted. She made little comments throughout our engagement, but promised to behave at the wedding. I trusted her. Fast forward to the ceremony, everything is perfect, until the officiant asks if anyone has any objections. My mother stands up. She starts crying and saying she just needs to speak her truth before it's too late. She goes on about how she doesn't think my husband is good enough for her and how she's only doing this because she loves me. Everyone is stunned. My dad, who is divorced from her, by the way, has to pull her away as I stand there in shock. My husband looks at me, waiting for me to say something, but I'm frozen. Eventually, she leaves. We continue the ceremony, but the damage is done. Half my guests are whispering. My husband's family's furious. I spend my reception smiling through tears. She sends a long text the next day saying she only wanted to protect me and that I was wrong for not hearing her out. Now, my family is pressuring me to forgive her, that she said she just had a moment and didn't mean to ruin my day. But I don't want to forgive her. I haven't spoken to her since, and she's acting like I'm the one breaking the family apart. Is she the asshole? That's crazy.
No, not by a long shot. What the fuck?
Like,
who does that?
Who does that to your daughter's wedding, bro? Like, it's the happy. Like, first of all, my favorite part is she basically says she's just saying her husband needs to be rich, or like, has to have like, but like, isn't the point of being like in love is that like it doesn't matter what the income is? It's just about like finding somebody that you have that fucking connection with.
Yeah, it's about finding somebody that you want to spend your life with and share that together. Like, what the fuck?
Isn't that crazy, bro? And like, I was like, for her to just stand up and just like, I feel like that is.
I wouldn't talk to my own mother either.
Yeah, like, I would be so flustered.
So, having been in a wedding, not to brag,
humble brag.
It's just a little thing. The amount of work that goes into planning a wedding, like just on this basis alone, where it's like I'm just gonna look at it from this one angle, just the amount of work to put into the wedding to make it the day that you dream of, like the perfect day for you and your partner who are celebrating that relationship.
Absolutely.
And like the ceremony and all these things are almost more for the guests than they are for the people. It's for you to be able to share that with all of the people in your life that you think are important to you,
Absolutely.
And for one of those people to get up there and be like, I don't approve of this is unbelievable. It's what's the what's the fucking Gen Z term? Because I'm an old man. Is this a pick me moment? Is this a pick me behavior?
Because it's not skibbity.
It's not, she got no Ohio Riz, bro.
That's right, dude. That's right. And
like, yeah, it's like even if somebody didn't approve of like my marriage, I would tell them, you shut the fuck up at my wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't say a goddamn word.
And it's one of those things that, like, you always hear about, like, if anyone has any objections, speak now, forever hold their peace. But, like, to me, like, for the longest time, I only thought that shit happened in movies and TV shows, because any wedding I've gone to, that's never happened. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand.
We did that in ours. Hey, Brett.
I do understand that.
Did we have a speak now or forever hold your peace moment in our wedding? Yeah, I didn't think so. No, we did not.
Yeah, and I know you can just get rid of that, because first of all, why is that even in there? Okay,
Who was that?
Who the first guy was like, dude, just in case my mistress needs me more, she's got it. Like,
it's one of those things I feel like is created like for dramatic moments in like sitcoms.
Which you know what? Go off, because like because I understand that sitcoms need those kind of like a little bit of drama, because it's mostly funny, and they need
it's a TV show.
It's a TV
entertainment.
show. Yeah, like look at How I Met Your Mother when Ted got left at the altar, or like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where I think someone, I can't remember who did it, but there was a bomb at Jake and Amy's wedding. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But like,
about that episode. That's late.
But like, all these like things, like I feel like speaking now and forever holding your peace. That's TV shit. That's not like
TV shit. Don't do it in real life.
Don't do it in real life, man. Like,
don't do it in real life.
It's not. It's just crazy to me. I honestly, I would be. If I was her, I wouldn't talk to my mother ever again.
No.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Like, no, that's cut off.
I feel like that's not even.
Imagine being in like the husband's family,
dude. Well, you imagine like
man.
You imagine like how would the husband feel in that moment? Whether it was like for him just to be like, how am I? You really putting me down at my wedding? Like
wedding, man. This is not your moment, dude. To stand up and make this moment about you is absolutely crazy behavior.
Oh, it is. It's 100%.
That's degenerate behavior.
The first comment said, I'd send a message to every single one of them in a mass text, email, whatever, and let them know that what she did was not okay. And if any of them side with her, it'll be the last time they hear from you. Then go no contact. But that's this person in particular.
I'm fine. Yeah, I vibe with that.
The comment underneath was like suggesting like, maybe trying to get together. Oh, hosting a dinner for his family to apologize what happened. And then.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel so bad for the husband's family. Like, I'm sure they were blindsided by that.
Yeah, not the asshole. She knew exactly what she was doing and did it anyways. That's on her, not you. Yeah, like, I mean, obviously, like, it's unacceptable behavior. That's what it is, right?
Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
I feel like that conversation could have been had in private. That conversation, but like as she's talked about, she's always kind of said that she's not good enough, or not the right guy for her. But it's like clearly,
if you're somebody who is close to someone getting married and you're not a fan of their partner, you tell that to the person privately. If they still are getting married anyway, you shut the fuck up.
Pretty much, right?
It doesn't go anywhere else after that.
It's just like you just accept it, and like you can. If you really don't like their partner, it doesn't mean you have to. Don't ruin their wedding. That's because you get in theory. If you want to get married, the goal, I'm assuming your goal isn't to be like Ross Geller where you have 3, okay? But you're probably the idea is you want to have 1. Yeah. And so like, and if these two end up being married together forever, which is what we hope, then their special day was ruined right in that moment.
Just take the relationship out of it. Just interrupting somebody else's wedding to tell them that you don't like them.
Yeah,
bonkers behavior. I mean, it's like you've ruined the entire thing.
Oh yeah, like
from that vibes are off for the rest of the day.
Yeah, like if you're gonna crash a wedding, be Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson. Okay, that is the only acceptable version of wedding crashers.
The only acceptable wedding crush.
That's right. Because they're a vibe, dude. Because they're there, they're partying. Somehow they know about everybody. You know, they did their research, and they're only there to have fun. And
right.
I wish. I always wonder if that's a real thing that people do. Because I feel like with nowadays, you can't just. I don't think you can just wander in.
It would definitely take like a particular kind of person to sneak your way in there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean? Especially like I end up in a room full of people that I don't know. My first reaction is I'm not supposed to be in here.
Yeah. Could you imagine though, like, you know, you rolling? I feel like the bride and groom would be like, who the hell is that?
Who the fuck are you? Yeah.
Yeah. How are you? Why are you here? But,
how did you get in?
But you have to probably also hope that the bride and groom are just drunk enough that they don't. Mm-hmm. That is it.
Imagine trying to crash a dry wedding, dude.
That would be rough.
It's the hard mode.
But that I don't think she's the asshole.
No, definitely not.
Am I the asshole for not tipping after overhearing what my waitress said about me? Which exactly, because you being in the food service industry, I figured you'd appreciate this. So 30 female, was at a restaurant last night with my mother. She was meeting my boyfriend's mom for the first time. We were punctual people, so we got there about 30 minutes before reservation. We got seated with no issues. Took the waitress 20 minutes to get our table, even though the restaurant was pretty empty. Right away, I could tell she didn't want to wait on us. She didn't. Sorry. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. She didn't wait on us. She didn't greet us with a hello. She just asked what we wanted to drink. We told her, and I noticed that she didn't write down our order. It took another 15 minutes for our drinks to get to our table, and they were wrong. It's hard to mess up a ginger ale and a vodka soda, but she did. My mom pointed out that she didn't order a Pepsi, and the waitress rolled her eyes, took my mother's glass, and disappeared. I excused myself to the washroom shortly after. I had no idea where I was going, so I went to the entrance to ask one of the hostesses there. While I was walking up to the server area, I overheard my waitress talking to some other hostesses. She was pissed that she had to wait on a black table because they never tip well. My mother and I were the only black people in the restaurant. She wasn't even whispering when she said it either. I was stunned, but the lack of effort started to make sense, which is holy fuck. I interrupt their conversation and I asked where the bathroom was. I didn't let on that I had heard what they were talking about. When I got out of the bathroom, my boyfriend and his mom were already seated. My boyfriend and his mother are white. When my waitress saw the rest of our party, she did a 180. Her service was stellar. She took notes, told jokes, and our water glasses were always filled. She didn't make another mistake. Because the night went so well, I decided to treat everyone and pay the check. She gave me the machine and I smiled at her while I keyed in 0 for a tip. She didn't notice until after the receipt had been printed out. By that time, all of us had already started to leave. She tapped me on the shoulder and asked if I had a mistake on the bill. I told her I didn't think so and looked at receipt. She asked if there was a problem with her service and I said her service was fantastic, but since I was a black woman, I don't tip well. And her face went white and she kind of laughed nervously. I laughed as well. I walked out after that, but my boyfriend's mom asked what happened. I told her what I had overheard. My boyfriend's mom said that I should have tipped her anyways because it shows character. She seemed pretty pissed at me after that. My boyfriend and my mom are both on my side, but I'm wondering if I should have thrown like a $2 tip in. Is she the asshole?
No, you don't tip racists.
Fuck no, dude. Like, are you kidding me?
What? Like, oh my god.
That's crazy, bro. Like, first of all, that's just unacceptable. Like, I think that was like you treat people like people. It doesn't fucking matter.
Needs to wait on a black table because they never tip well is one of the most diabolical things I've ever heard.
It's crazy. Like, who the fuck says that?
Oh my god. Imagine saying that with a straight face to somebody. I just like unironically saying something like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah. So like, this is unacceptable, dude. Like, there's no fucking way in any world if like, I would be in arms. You know, I understand.
I'd be getting managers. I'd be leaving reviews online. Like, that is unbelievable.
Dude, your Yelp score going down, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
for sure. I'm about to blow your ass up on Facebook. Check this shit out, dude.
Like, I would for real like be like posting, like, you know, I feel like my town has like, I'm sure it's like on Facebook too. There's like rant and raves type thing, like Facebook groups. So I would like that. I'd be there, dude. I'd be like, there's no way. You know, I don't. That's just wrong, man. Like,
no, yeah, fucking. She said that her boyfriend's mom like had come with them as well. Like the boyfriend and his mom are white, and then the service turned around.
Yeah. So like they sat down when she came back from the washroom. Her everything flipped 180. Like she was like,
Right.
oh, like it's like no. You can't just fucking do that.
All right, well, I'm also gonna throw out a fuck you to the boyfriend's mom as well for suggesting to leave a small tip anyway because it shows character. You don't tip racists.
No, like
they deserve nothing.
And if anything, that waitress should be paying for the meal. You know what I mean?
Like, you know what? You're tipping me tonight. Give me some cash.
Give me some fucking cash, dude, because that's bullshit.
What you got in your pocket?
I did really appreciate the fact that she called her out on it at the end, and her face went like, "Fuck," she heard me, and it's like, it goes to show, like, it's called karma, bitch. You know what I mean? The first comment is like, not the asshole. I worked at a server for 6 years and I absolutely not expect a tip for behaving like this to customers. She probably didn't make much in tips and the industry isn't for her. It's so inappropriate to ask people why they didn't tip you, and it's also so inappropriate to be racist.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I feel like we're missing a part of that. This commenter's not wrong, but also there's another thing here.
Let's be honest. So not acceptable, dude. Like, not the asshole. Definitely would have tipped after that, even if the waitress knew it was bad when she asked why, and the reason you told her. No way. No.
Man,
Yeah, exactly.
I see somebody being like, should have complained to the manager,
left bad reviews, or any number of things.
I would have gone the review way, just because, like, if there is a server out there that feels comfortable enough to talk that way with other staff, like, that's probably a problem that comes from the top down. So, like, I don't think talking to a manager would help in that instance. But, like, my god, dude. Like, that should not. I'm sure that person probably wonders why she doesn't make much money tipping. Yeah, like in tips you're not realizing that she's just an asshole.
Yeah, like, you're just being a jerk. Like, I don't think at any point that should not be the thing that runs through your head. It should be you should treat work like, hey, I'm gonna give it 100%. Like, if she was giving 100% like she did with the 180 service she gave, I bet you she would do a lot better. But like, I can't get over
the fact that she tried once white people started showing up.
Dude, that's what pisses me off, man.
That's wild behavior.
Yeah, I think.
Where do these people come from,
dude? I don't know, but I think they should get hit by a bus at 57 miles per hour.
Specifically 57, not above, not below.
Well, because, like, friend of the show, Jose Ruckus, said he could take a 50, I think he said 50 miles or 50 kilometers he could take. So,
no, most people can do 20.
Yeah, so that's why I said 57, because at least it would, like,
it's over the limit.
Yeah, like, it's over the Jose limit of survivability.
It's guaranteed pain.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, fuck that chick, dude. Like, and don't get me wrong, I understand that the restaurant, like the host and like serving business, is not like just not easy. Just pay your workers, please.
Yeah, actually.
Just give them a fucking hourly wage. I know this is completely off topic, but you know what I mean. Like, I understand that there is those frustrations, but if it's not for you, you can leave. It's not. This isn't.
And also, that server should find another job.
She should, because I don't think that's her forte.
She's clearly not very good at this one.
No, she should maybe go clean graveyards, or like, or maybe even just like becomes a janitor or something. Not that janitors are bad, but she should just get shit on her hands.
She needs to be in a position where she's not talking to people.
Yeah, exactly.
It should not be customer facing.
No. So, there's no world that she is not, that this lady is not an asshole for not tipping. Ain't no fucking way.
Nope.
That was actually the first time I read that story, and I was also just as surprised when I read that. So
just kind of going through like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I was like, holy fuck.
Bonkers.
Am I the asshole for dumping my girlfriend because of her kid? Question mark.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so 29 male, started seeing this girl, we'll call her Julia, 25 female, about a month ago. Things were going really well. We had great chemistry. I was really enjoying getting to know her. I had no complaints. She seemed fun, cool, and someone I could seriously date. A few days ago, I just finished a long day at work, told her I'd pick her up and take her to this nice restaurant I've been wanting to try. I was excited because I thought this would be like a fun night. She replied, I can't tonight. My parents have plans and I need to take care of my kid. At first, I was taken aback and I honestly thought I misheard her. Like, did she say kid? I thought maybe she was talking about a younger sibling or something, but when I asked, she casually confirmed she had a 7-month-old baby. Now, I'm not someone who judges single mothers or anything like that, but this was the first time I was hearing about it, we had been seeing each other for a few weeks, and I had no idea about the baby. She had never mentioned it before, and the way it was so casually, it made me feel like I was the one who was supposed to just accept it like it was no big deal. It's true, I wouldn't have continued this relationship if I had known about her kid from the start. I was stunned. She told me her parents were handling the baby most of the time, but still, it was a lot to take in. I just told her, okay, and cut the call. I didn't reach out to her the day after our conversation, and she didn't contact me either, probably busy with her kid. 2 days later, she messaged me, and I didn't reply because I didn't know how to handle it. That night, she called and asked if we could still go to the restaurant the next day. That's when I realized I didn't want to continue seeing her. I told her I didn't know she had a child and that I didn't want to be a step-parent, so it was best to end things. She calmly said, okay, I understand. So we ended the call. The next morning, I woke up to a banging on my door. She was sobbing, telling me that she loved me and begging me to meet her kid. She said I'd fall in love with the baby and wouldn't leave, and I told her if I would have known about the kid, I wouldn't have started dating her. She cried harder, and I told her I had to go to work, which was true. At work, I got an anonymous call with slurs. I'm not sure if it was her or someone else, but I'm suspicious. When I got home, the neighbors told me she was crying loudly at my door, and she banged on some of their doors too and introduced herself as his girlfriend, so they didn't take any action. Most were supportive, but one single mother, Georgia, gave me a dirty look and said I shouldn't have given her hope if I was just going to leave. Honestly, I'm still processing the whole situation. I never intended to be a step-parent, and I felt like she should have told me sooner. I'm starting to feel like I'm being blamed for something that wasn't my fault. Am I the asshole for ending the relationship and not being ready to take on the responsibility of dating a single mom? I feel like, I'm not sure how they met, but I feel like if it was like an online thing, I feel like most of the time they honestly do, like most people honestly put that they have kids if they have,
yeah, like, you know, like in their profile or something.
Yeah, right? Or I feel like that's something that is usually brought up within the first couple dates. That just to be like, hey,
I have multiple notes on this.
Okay.
One, I can't imagine trying to date with a 7-month-old kid.
That's gotta be.
That's still a fresh kid.
That's still, and that's gotta be
a lot of work.
A lot of work, yeah, absolutely. And you know, kudos to the mom for trying.
Like, good on her. I respect that, but like maybe pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah, like just maybe.
I'm not saying not.
Don't date.
Like don't date, but like, you know, and like, you know, I don't know much about her day to day. Maybe she is, but initially I was like, wow, 7 months, like that's a lot of time, man. That said, though, I'm going assholes on both sides.
Okay.
A little bit. I empathize with one. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, it's surprising that it didn't get brought up earlier.
For sure.
And I understand the idea of like, hey, like I'm not looking for a kid yet, especially one that's not mine. You know what I mean? Like that's not for everybody.
100%.
And I think that choice is perfectly okay. Now, he should have been upfront with that like immediately. But
she should have also told him.
She should have told him, and then he should have been upfront because he found out and then like ghosted her for 2 days.
Yeah, that's another thing, right? Like he should have been like, oh, like I didn't understand. I didn't realize you were a parent. I feel like I wish you kind of told me sooner because I didn't want to lead you on because I'm not ready for that kind of responsibility.
Yeah, instead he said nothing, and that was not the move, my dude.
It definitely
like,
wasn't.
Don't do that.
It definitely
don't do that. That's an asshole move right there.
Oh, for sure, and I agree with that. I also not a big fan of her just like being at like just banging on doors and stuff.
Yep, that's strange behavior too. That's a weird one. And then we know it's an anonymous call. Feel like given the evidence we have in front of us, it most likely her.
Most likely, yeah.
Not a great look.
Absolutely not a great look. I understand. Maybe she did really like the guy. You know, maybe I also maybe she was nervous about like, hey, like, you know, she's made some mistakes in her past, or maybe they weren't, like, not that the kid was a mistake, but the previous relationship or something like that.
I always forget. Had they been dating for like a little while before this came out?
3 weeks.
Okay.
So he was unaware for the first 3 weeks, and then she said that casually.
Bring it up.
Yeah, so like, unfortunately, because she didn't bring it up, he, like, you know, I feel like if she would have told him within the first week, maybe the first date or two, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not saying it has to be the first thing out of your mouth. Like, maybe not even on the first date, but like if you're in constant communication for a couple days, I find it strange that it never got brought up. And if you as the mother aren't comfortable with dropping that on somebody yet, maybe you're not ready to start dating again just yet.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Maybe just like, you know, just
take some time.
Just
it's
hang
okay.
Out. Yeah, like there's no rush. You know, you'll find that person. Gamer Adam in the chat here says, this is a rough one, but at the end of the day, the guy wasn't an asshole in Adam's opinion, and that's coming from a guy with children. But like, yeah, like it should be one of the first things to be like, hey, just so you know, I'm a mom. Like, right. So I like to think that like, at least
I just don't know how it doesn't come up like super early.
Yeah, like, you know, wouldn't it be like probably like her lock screen, or like she would have just been like, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, what did you do today? Oh, nothing. Right. Like, did you just say like, oh, like, did your baby not do something silly today? Like, that made you laugh, that you like be like, oh yeah, like the baby just, it tooted, or like it, you know, its laugh is so cute, you have to hear it. You know?
Yeah, I think him kind of ghosting her for a little while was definitely not the move. But
for sure,
like at the same time, like trying to process like, hey, this girl I've been seeing for almost a month has a kid and is asking me to be more involved in her life. Like that, I wouldn't want to just like suddenly one day be like, oh, I'm a step parent. You know?
Yeah, you know, I do think him, when she called him to be like, hey, like, I wish he said that before, like he just like you said, he just ghosted her for 2 days, but for her to be like, I didn't know you had a child, and I didn't want to be a step parent. Like, this wasn't, it's not something I'm comfortable taking on. Yeah. You know, I don't think we should continue to see each other. I think at least that was like a, hey, I'm really sorry, this just isn't for me. And she wouldn't have been let on for the 3 weeks if she told her.
Yeah, he mentioned like one of his like coworkers or something being like, hey, you shouldn't have just given her hope if you were gonna leave. He didn't know.
He didn't know. Yeah, exactly. Right?
He didn't know.
He didn't know. He was not told, which is, it's crazy.
It's like that part's not on him.
No.
Man,
some of the was bullet dodge. This person said she's unhinged. Firstly, failing to mention she's got a child in like a month of dating. It's a red flag. Like a red flag you could see from Neptune at night. Secondly, after a month of dating, she shows up to your house yelling odds and crying. And it's weird. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. And she even mentioned that her parents have the baby most of the time, which, I mean, there could be just issues at home. There could be, or maybe she's just working a bunch. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she just.
It's hard to say. I feel like I need more information.
Yeah, I feel like I don't want to say this lady's crazy or anything like that, because, I mean, I agree. I don't think she should have banged on his door in the morning and stuff like that. But
nope, that's really strange.
That's really strange. But I mean,
yeah, that's a red flag for sure.
I feel like grandparents having the baby a lot isn't. I feel like grandparents want the baby. You know what I mean? They almost want the baby as much as the parents.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
you know, if they're solid grandparents.
Yeah, exactly, right. So hard to say. I feel like we don't have a lot of information aside from the one-sided thing in this particular moment. But based off the information, I don't think he's the asshole. I think it was a dick move by kind of ghosting her and just not being like, you know, I understood if he needed to like think on this. Because maybe that's what he was doing for the first couple days, but he should at least have been like, hey, I need to think about this, like this,
yeah, just like something.
Yeah, exactly, right?
To be like, let me sit on this for a minute, because that's huge. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal, right? And And I understand, it can be, I understand that it's tough being a single parent, trying to date, because you just want to find somebody that makes you happy. And a lot of people find it difficult to make that commitment. But there is people that will. So, but
yeah. And like, some people can make that work. Adam, once again in the chat, though, did point out something that I think is super relevant. Is like in the first 7 months of a kid's life, you're getting a lot of firsts, potentially the first words, first stands, first crawl, like all of these other things, right? And like that's why it's I not that I'm trying to like discourage like people with kids from going out and dating or anything, but at that time specifically, that's why I'm like, why is this such a priority right now?
For sure.
And again, maybe I just don't have all the information or whatever. But you combine that with like it not coming out for nearly a month, like that. It's like, how involved in this kid's life are you, man? Like, like pump the brakes. Go be with the kid. It's fine.
Go like just be with your kid. Just like it's a mini
can't fault
you.
anyone for not wanting to suddenly have a child in their life.
Yeah, right. Like it's so. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's not the asshole.
Yeah. Tell her that though. Don't ghost her for like 3 days. Tell her that.
Yeah, the ghosting's a no, but it is what it is. Our next story. Am I the asshole for robbing, in parentheses, my wife's affair partner, which has now led to his divorce?
Oh. Buckle up. Oh, what a title.
32, have been married to my soon-to-be ex-wife, 30, Madison, for 4 years. We're currently in counseling, but it's not going to work. About a year ago, I found out she was having an affair by coming home to their clothes in our living room and sounds coming from our bedroom. Oof. I lost it. I was getting my cricket bat out of the front closet when I stopped to think about consequences. I did not want to go to jail. I took all their clothes and left quietly. I went to a friend's house, but not before throwing all their clothes in the McDonald's garbage can. I turned off the phone, got shit-faced with my buddy. His wife hosed us off in the morning. After I turned my phone back on, dozens of phone calls and texts from Madison. First scared because she got my updated flight information, then upset that I hadn't called her to let her know I was going to be coming home early, then freaked out that the house had been broken into, then crazy because she figured out it was me and they just got more deranged. This guy she was with was 5 inches shorter than me. Okay, I don't see why that's height, silly.
Yeah, why you gotta bring
the height up,
What's the point of that?
60 pounds lighter, so if he'd taken my clothes, it would have been obvious. He ended up calling his friend to go get his spare key from his house. Unfortunately for him, his wife smelled a rat and followed his friend back to my house. She saw him leaving in my oversized clothes. Long story short, she took pictures and had evidence of his infidelity, which caused their prenup to be canceled, which cost him a lot of money. It was one big giant shit show. It took a couple of months, but my wife convinced me to try and forgive her. We started going to counseling, and we were working our way through it until recently. In a counseling session, she said that I was wrong to steal his wallet, phone, and car keys. She said that his divorce is causing him a lot of money and that I should have dealt with it in a more mature manner, and that was my fault. I have never admitted to taking his stuff to begin with, and I was afraid he might call the cops. Then I didn't want to give her ammunition in case she wanted a divorce, so now I just don't care. I told her that her cheating was the reason her boyfriend is getting divorced, and I hope that his ex takes everything. I'm still not living at home. I have my own apartment, and I'm filing for divorce. Now that I know how she feels, it is kind of a slap in the face that she's blaming me for his divorce. Kind of crazy, dude. The one thing, it's again, it's a lot of infidelity today.
There's a theme.
There's a theme. But like, I think it's kind of, I don't think, right off the bat, I'm thinking he ain't the asshole.
No, and like, I bragged about being married. I've talked to Bernie, so, but like, were I to come into not that this would happen, but like if I were in that same situation, I absolutely would have taken all that dude's shit. Are you kidding me?
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm impressed
absolutely would have.
My favorite part is that he like he was gonna go like commit felonies. You know, he was about to commit like some murder type shit. You know what I mean?
I was about to say, I love that his first thought is like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this dude.
Yeah, and then he starts thinking like, you know what, like I shouldn't. It's not worth going to jail over this.
That's the right move. Good call.
That's 100%
way to be about it.
But like for him to just take their clothes, throw it in McDonald's garbage can, I
laughed at that one. That's petty in the best possible way. I love it.
It is. If that's me, I'm crying while eating a junior chicken. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
I'm like, I'm doing like a gross cry where like I'm doing shit while I'm crying. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It looks bad, but it's worth it because you got a lot to get out, and like I've been very fortunate. I don't think I've ever been cheated on. If I have, right. I'll never know. I'd prefer not to at this point. So, but
I definitely haven't, and I know I won't. So
yeah, and if I feel like if I had, it'd be a lot of feelings.
Beating the piss out of that dude. I'm beating the piss out of that guy. You know what I mean?
A lot of rage, a lot of sadness, a lot of like just so many things that aren't happy. And it's just like I don't think I ever want to feel like that.
Right.
But like, yeah, I don't think
oh my God,
this person's not the asshole though. You know, like
no,
I'm impressed that she was able to be like, babe, we can fix this. We can fix this.
And he said that they were in counseling for like a year?
They in counseling.
Because he said it's like about a year ago I found out she was having an affair. He tried to make it work for a year?
You're right,
brother.
So like that's impressive because I feel like for me, when I hear once a cheater, always a cheater, right?
Mm-hmm. I can't stop playing with it. I don't know. You see this right here? You see this? It's driving me insane. I can't get it to sit down.
But like
this one,
I feel like for me, I don't think I could get past that.
No, that would be it for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'd be like, all right, it's over.
It's over. Like, yeah.
No
kind of kudos to him. Like, kudos to that guy's wife for being like, why is we're gonna call his friend Jonathan. Why is Jonathan just maybe he did say his friend's name, I don't know, but Jonathan grabbing a bunch of clothes for Bill and then just being like, you know what, time for some FBI type shit, which is what I would expect anybody to do. Be like,
absolutely, that's a homie right there.
No fucking way. And then there's like, she's out there like fucking binos, just like looking and like bold enough to take the photos. Crazy.
Okay, I got part of this confused. So like he called his friend to go get his stuff, and then his wife was like, something's up, and so she went and spied. Kudos to that dude's wife, man.
I don't feel bad for that guy at all, because I feel like
a little bit.
And you know what it is? It's always like people who are married. It's like, please stop. Just love your wife. Just love your husband. You know, like. Again, it always comes down to communication, though.
Yeah, we touched on it earlier to where like a lot of times the reason these people are cheating is because they're trying to find something that they feel like that isn't in their own relationship,
but refuse to like bring it up.
Learn to talk about it.
Oh my God,
it is not that. It's generally not that hard.
Yeah, like if you're just like,
you should like talking to your partner. I don't understand these.
They're supposed to be your favorite people in the world, right? Like if why
are you with somebody that you don't feel like you can talk to?
Like if you and me were married, Chris, and I was like, bro, we are not playing enough Halo, and I was upset, and then you caught me playing with Toby by ourselves.
Oh my God, you're playing Halo with him?
Yeah, you whore! Like, dude, I would be like, I don't see how I couldn't be like, bro, can we please just do like Halo once a month together, like just be like our night, you know, like
it's just like we're like, you know what we haven't done in a long time. Let's play Halo. I miss doing this.
Yeah,
I feel like it's something we haven't done in a little while, and then that's when I respond. You know what? You're right. This is something we need to be putting energy to.
Yeah.
So let's make it work.
And let's be fucking. And then it's like, and then if they're like, if it shows that they're not like, if you were like, you know, man, like I just can't get into Halo lately. Like it's not for me right now. And if like it's like, okay, like if I were to try, and be like, hey, you're not going to play Halo with me. I think we shouldn't be Xbox Live partners anymore. You know, and like,
man, that's a heavy one.
You know, like if it could be something like that, right? And like, I feel like I would like to get out there and see if I can find a new duo. You know, run some campaign.
It's like I gotta be honest. I'm gonna have to unfollow you on Blue Sky. You know,
yeah,
I
dude,
think that's just kind of where we're at right now.
And I think I'm really sorry. Like, I think,
yeah, it's just there's a lot going on lately, and like I'm having trouble dealing with some stuff.
I'm having troubles understanding why you keep dying on normal. We play legendary. Like, it just does. Like, where is your head at, dude?
We used to be able to clear these things, and now suddenly, like you're struggling. Like I can't keep carrying you like this anymore.
You can't even fly the Banshee anymore. This is ridiculous. Used to be my cover, and now I have to do both.
You're hopping into the passenger seat of the Warthog instead of the gunner.
That's right. Like, I don't need Marine Bob to jump in that gunner. You know, we're both cooked.
He's got the rocket launcher. If he's in the Warthog, he's got unlimited ammo. Why are you putting him in the gunner seat?
Exactly.
Like, what's going on, man?
Like, your head's not there. Exactly, bro. Like,
the red flags are showing,
red flags
man.
are there. The first comment is the fact that she tried to blame his divorce on you, and not the fact that they had an affair says a lot about her.
Yeah, that's a real lack of character right there.
I also feel like I think she's still talking with this guy.
Oh, for sure. Oh, there's.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, they are.
You know, much better than a cricket bat.
She wouldn't go to bat for him if they weren't talking anymore.
100%, right?
Sure still talking.
They're still talking. You know, like, much better than a cricket bat. I love a happy ending, a mostly happy ending, which he gets at least to a degree. Although I don't know what you're still playing out with her.
It's a bullet dodge at that point, right?
I really hope this is true because that's amazing work. Crying, laughing emoji. Or 3 fingers, like A-OK. Not the asshole. Can't believe she had the audacity to back him up after she betrayed you with him. So yeah, like, I mean,
during marriage counseling, the response under that is, he's trying to fix their relationship, and she's defending the guy that she's cheating on him with.
Dude, the thing, if it's not the lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch is so fucking funny to me.
That's a line, man. That's a great bar.
That's a bar right there.
A similar one that I've seen before, where somebody photoshopped like the cover of the Order of the Phoenix, and it was like Harry Potter and the audacity of this bitch. I've seen that before, dude, but not this one. That's good. That's great.
Gamer Adam in the chat says the way he said it seems like she can't blame herself for her own situation. Exactly.
Little narcissistic tendency.
Yeah. So like, she's willing to refuse like being in the wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm sorry, willing to accept fault, not refuse it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Crazy.
But yeah,
wild stories, man. I can't believe the internet's free,
dude. You know? I know. Well, I mean, we
don't even pay for this site, man.
Yeah, we don't. You're right. You're right. And our last story of the day.
Woo.
Am I the asshole for suing my neighbor after their kid trespassed and fell into my koi pond?
I'm so excited for this
22 male, have a koi pond in my backyard. It's not just like any koi pond. It's a full-blown, professionally designed Japanese garden with bridge, waterfalls, and koi that costs more than my car. Like, I'm literally talking $1,000 a fish. I don't know if you've ever seen koi fish, like the big koi fish, bro. They are very expensive.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they like my buddy.
$1,000 a fish.
My buddy had had a koi pond at his parents, and like would just like grow them and like literally sell them for like $400 a fish. And they weren't like massive.
Crazy.
But so sorry, carrying on. Maintaining this pond is my pride and joy. I've put years into this hobby, and my yard is securely fenced with no trespassing signs everywhere. Enter my neighbor, Karen, fake name but fitting. Karen has a son, we'll call him Timmy, 8, who is notorious for wandering into other people's yards uninvited. I've talked to Karen multiple times about this, but she just brushes it off with kids will be kids. Last week, while I was out running errands, I got a frantic call from Karen. Apparently, Timmy climbed over my fence to feed the fish, even though I've explicitly told him to stay out. In doing so, he slipped and fell into the pond and destroyed part of my carefully maintained ecosystem. Several of my prize koi died due to stress, and the filtration system was damaged because of the debris Timmy kicked in. Luckily, Timmy wasn't seriously hurt, just a few scrapes, but Karen is demanding I pay for his medical bills. She claimed that my pond is an attractive nuisance and that it should have had a cover or something to prevent kids from falling in. I argued that 1, it's a private fenced property, and 2, her son has no business being there in the first place. When I refused to pay, Karen lost it and started bad-mouthing me to the whole neighborhood, calling me heartless and a terrible person. I've since filed a lawsuit against her for the cost of the koi, the damage to my filtration systems, and repairs to my pond. Over $5,000 in total. Some of my friends think I'm taking it too far, saying he's just a kid, but the others agree that Karen should have been watching him better. So Reddit, am I the asshole for suing my neighbor after her kid trespassed and destroyed my koi pond?
Take her for everything she's got, man.
Dude, for real. Because that's crazy. Like, that'd be like...
Because again, once again, there was an opportunity rejected to resolve this in a normal way.
100%.
Which is keep your fucking kid out of my yard.
Which is what he said nicely. To be like...
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Kids will be kids and they're gonna, you know, they're gonna push boundaries. But like, if Karen were to be like, no, you cannot do this... Like, you were right. Like, if you go in there and you wreck something, I'm on the hook for it. You know what I mean? Like,
and like, this shit ain't cheap.
No, right? So it is one of those things that, like, Karen is not a chill guy. You know what I mean? Like,
not at all. And I think the crux of it only got like a single sentence in here, and I think this is actually the most important bit of this. Is where he says that Karen here has been demanding that he pays for her kids' medical bills.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
It's like...
No. First off, only a couple scrapes. What fucking medical bills does this kid have?
Hey, what do you got? Polysporin? You know what I mean? Like some fucking Band-Aids? Like how... Like,
I'd be like, here's $20. Fuck off.
Yeah. But like for her to be like, bro, your kid trespassed. Like your kid broke the law to get into my yard.
Like, I probably wouldn't have been willing to sue if she didn't start demanding that like, you know, I paid like the kids' bills. So like, don't do that. like if she just went, yeah, I'm sorry, we'll talk to him. Maybe even supply like even if you don't pay for all of it, just be like, I'm sorry, my kid got into your stuff.
But like,
here's some money to try and help fix things. At least try and help fix
just to be like, hey, I what I'll do is like, you know, like he'll mow your lawn for the next year, or he'll do so like there's ways to like, hey, like he's gonna help pay for this by helping you, or fucking, you know, what was the damage? $5,000. Fuck. Okay, I can spare like $1,000 right now.
Yeah, the lesson this kid is learning here is that I can do whatever the fuck I want.
That's just it, right? And then that his mom is gonna be there and be like, no, that is not. Like it's one of those moments where like the mom just say, like, if the kid was like, yeah, it wasn't me. Yeah, that was not my son. Nice try. It's like, no, God, bitch. Like, look at his body. He's got scrapes. Look at my fucking koi pond. It's broken. Like,
yeah, like even if I couldn't pay for the whole thing, I would at least try and help and do something.
Yeah, like to be like what can I do? Like I'll buy you at least some new fish. I know they're like $5,000 of like fish.
More than crazy. I can't get over that.
Yeah, it's why you should invest in rare fish.
How much for koi fish?
Yeah, dude. But like at least if you can get them like some small ones, right? Like
koi fish prices range from $10 for a 5-inch juvenile to over $50,000 for champion level quality.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like I
had no idea.
Koi are some of the most sought after fish. They're beautiful. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen them, right?
They're gorgeous, fish. I love a good koi pond, man.
Yeah,
I love a good koi pond,
dude. I would like that. I would make that. I would get into that hobby if I could. You know what I mean?
I have a friend whose parents had a koi pond. I had no clue that they were dropping that kind of money.
Yeah, right. You definitely like want to get them when they're young. You know what I mean? And you just want to get the so that way you can grow these fish and sell them, or you just have this prize-winning fucking fish pond.
He also said like the kid like managed to damage the filtration system too, which is also going to be expensive.
Oh, yeah, like that. It never gets easier.
And like koi pond maintenance is tough. Like that's something you're spending a lot of time and effort and money in.
Oh, keeping it clean and like probably changing filters and.
Yeah, so to have even just like a little thing, like there's a reason that he's gated this off. It's because maintaining that thing is hard, and outside influences can wreck it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And yeah, just the absolute refusal to take any kind of responsibility for the kid at all is wild.
It's crazy. Pack be creative in the chat. Use it as an opportunity to teach the kid about the fish or what work goes into it. So like at least show this kid like, hey man, like you really like you fucked up my pond, man. Like I don't think you understand like you clearly don't care about anything, right? Like you clearly have no like care or value or like anything about people's properties, your own things. Like you don't care.
Character syndrome for sure.
Yeah, you know, thinking like he's got like plot power, but brother, you're only in the filler episodes, dude. You know what I mean? Like you're not even in your mom's main arc. You know what I mean? Like
right.
So it's not a good look, and I feel like this kid's gonna grow up very spoiled.
Yeah, that's gonna be an annoying ass kid.
Yeah,
man. Shame. Not the asshole. I don't think we had a single asshole in one of these stories.
No, the closest
in terms of the OP.
Yeah, in terms of the OP, I'm not even gonna lie. Like sometimes I read the titles for these posts, and I'm like, man, I read the title. I'm like, you're not the asshole based on this title, and I can't. I don't even want to read the story. I'm like, doesn't give me like. But some of them, but a lot of these I've read for the first time, and I'm like, oh wow, like. But yeah, like this kid is not the asshole.
The easiest subreddit to lose hours in.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fun to get lost and read them. The first
and there's always some people. There's always somebody that's like, half that shit isn't true. It's like I don't care. It's entertaining.
I don't care. It's good fiction or whatever.
Let me believe.
But like. First comment, not the a-hole. My mom needs to supervise her son better.
Actually,
poor fish dies of shock. Like, why would anyone think that's okay or not a big deal? And the kid could have died if it was like a pool or something. Like, what if the kid couldn't swim? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like, what if it was like it was deep enough that he couldn't get his foot, so he just drowned in the pool?
Yeah, especially since he was like what, like 7, 8 years old.
Yeah. You know. Then it's like, not the a-hole. She's an irresponsible parent, should not be allowing her 8-year-old to trespass into others' yards with supervision. Yep. She should like. I really wish they would like follow this up to be like, just tell me a bit more. You know.
Somebody said I'd sue her for damages and add on emotional damage because of the loss of your emotional support.
Dude, I love that. Dude, $7,000.
I love it. I'm gonna get it an emotional support fish, dude.
Dude, well, Jim Jeffries got.
I'm gonna get a little beta fish. I'll put him up here or something, dude.
Dude, Jim Jeffries got a emotional support camel, so I feel like you could get a fish.
Yeah, they spit though. I'll take the fish. That's fine.
Well, yeah, you don't have to get the camel. I mean,
yeah, hard to fit in the apartment.
Yeah,
you know, a little stinky.
Yeah, and you probably your heating bill would probably go through the roof.
Through the roof, but let me tell you. When it gets hot, I got lots of water storage.
That's true. You know? And you know, if it dies during the winter, you're gonna think these things smell bad from the outside. You know what I mean? I
thought they smell bad
from the outside. So yeah, man, like kind of crazy, and I feel absolutely like crazy. I really hope that he won in that court battle because
I hope he takes for everything she's got. Get all of it. Like, be a parent. Like, my God, it is not. The audacity of some of these people,
audacity, bro, is crazy. But yeah, man, like
it's just so many people in these stories that I think there is a theme in it. It's people being unwilling to accept responsibilly for things.
It is
that has been a recurring theme across tonight.
And you know, it's something I learned very early on in my life because don't get me wrong. There's nothing that you don't want to be in trouble. You don't want to do something bad and upset people. But like, if you, I learned that if you just go like, if it was you and you're like, yeah, that was me, dude. My bad. Like I'm
right.
These people will be like, if you go, that wasn't me. They'll be like, hey, there's no, it's him. He's always saying it's him if it was him.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it's always somebody else's fault.
Exactly. That was,
you know, and that's the sign where you're like, uh-oh.
I've worked with guys like that, and then I got a lot of phone calls from my boss, and I go, there's no way that could be me, man. I'm promising you. It was him because
how's that strange?
So, but yeah, you gotta hold yourself, like Floby says in the chat, hold yourself accountable, dude. Like, just
you gotta learn to take your L's, man.
yeah, like the toughest, you learn, you win your biggest battles when you take the L's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, gotta learn to take your L's, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's why like kids sports organizations are such a big deal, right? That teaches you to take L's, dude.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie, dude. When I got kids, they come home with a participation trophy. It's not sticking around. Okay, that is
get that
trash.
Shit
Get the shit out of here. We're winners in this house. Okay, you bring home wins, or you come home with your head just sad. All right,
bring home wins, or you're walking back.
Exactly.
Home, you know?
Actually, you bring home a win, or you don't come back at all, brother. That's what I tell Toby for hockey.
Can we get McDonald's there? No, McDonald's is for winners.
Exactly, dude. McDonald's is for winners, and winners eat McDonald's.
You're getting sleep for dinner, kid. Get in the house.
Getting hope. Hope you win next week. You know what I mean?
I used to very proudly display one of my participation soccer trophies. It's the only trophy I had.
That's fair. I threw mine out.
Because boy, did we lose every single week.
Yeah, dude. Even like my roommate, he competes in weightlifting. If he comes like third, he's like, dude, I don't even want this. And I'm like, but it's you podiumed. He's like, but it's not first. And I'm like, you know what? Fucking fair enough, dude.
I would take a podium, but I also recognize that I do not have that kind of winner's mentality.
You gotta be.
You know what I mean?
You need that Kobe Bryant mentality, dude.
That Michael Jordan, like, yeah, I just got one. Now I'm gonna go get the next one.
Exactly. That's what you should do, right? Like, get after it, as they say.
I'm trying to work on that. Be a little more competitive. But like,
did
if you hand me like a 5th place trophy, I'm gonna be like, sweet.
Nah, dude, you hand me a 5th place trophy, dude. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, you might as well just spit in my fucking face, dude. That is bullshit. You know what I mean? Like
I would have accepted a podium. Like 3rd place, I'll take a podium finish.
I'll accept a podium at the minimum. But I mean, I'm sure some people know I'm very competitive. Even like when I do community games, I still have to win. Yeah, I have. And like I have to go for the gold. Like even like especially when I'm playing against my friends. Are you kidding me?
If it's my friends, I'm taking the gloves off. It's on.
Like it's what I mean. So like, no matter what, I'm competitive. Like it drives me nuts. Like there's certain things I understand that I can't be competitive in, and I don't. But like if there
limitations.
Yeah, but like if it's something that like if it's game related, I want to be better. If it's like a gym thing, like my roommate. Twice the size of me in strength, everything. But when we would work out together back in the day, he'd he'd grab like the 40s for curl. I'd grab the 45s. I'd get like 1, 2, and then he'd be like, you know what I mean? I'm not getting more than that, but he'd be like, oh, okay. And then he'd grab the 60s, and I'd be like,
all right,
okay. 65. And then I'd grab the 165 and I'd have both arms holding the one while I curl, and I'd be like, and. Oh yeah,
that's when you just tell them it's like, no, this is my new posture. It's the double preacher curl.
Exactly, it's in just a dumbbell, but it's close grip. It's for like extra added.
Close grip. Yeah, it's just close grip. That's
it. But yeah, it reminds me. My roommate and I were playing NHL yesterday. I'm very vocal and some might say like explosive with movement.
There's a reason I haven't played any sports games on stream.
Yeah, and it's so like you know how you are with play, like when you watch like a Chiefs game, right? Like how active active you are with it. That is me playing one of those games, dude. And
I'm not even involved in it.
Exactly.
I'm on the sidelines.
So it's there. The heat is there, and I get fired up. But Chris, did you have a favorite story? While I prep,
they were all really good. I think the last one might be it for me, just because the level of audacity I'm still trying to wrap my brain around.
Yeah, man.
You know, like what drives a human being to get to that point?
Yeah, brother, it's crazy.
So that's kind of where I'll pick the last one. Although, just in terms of like pure, and it sounds horrible to say about like people's real lives, just in terms of like pure entertainment value, the first one with the girl's boyfriend cheating on her with her sister. That one was fucking wild.
It's crazy.
Like I can't get over that one either.
But Chris, when we have a guest on the show, we like to play a game with them, right? And it's fun. We like to have a good time, right? That's what we're here for.
I've been known to play a game or two.
I know I call you, my posty pal, my post bro, right? Because if there's one thing we've truly bonded over, it's that one of the it's video games and Post Malone.
I don't have any of my Post Malone stuff out right now. But yeah, it really
I'll
is.
always cherish when we like do an album listen through together and all that shit.
So fun.
So tonight, Chris, we'll be playing Post Notes.
Oh hell yeah! Okay.
So what we're gonna be doing tonight is I'm gonna be playing snippets of a Post song. There's gonna be 3 tiers if you can't get it, but there's gonna be a 1 second, 3 seconds, and 8 seconds, and you're gonna try and guess the song.
Oh god.
And
I have such a tendency to lock up during these things, and like my brain stops. If I'm gonna, I'm scared I'm gonna embarrass myself. I gotta show up right now.
And there is some trivia in there. There is some Post trivia.
Okay,
it's a good time. But are you ready? Are you excited?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Okay. Here we go, baby. Here is your first song. So I think it's click here. Okay. Hopefully you can hear this. This is where am I? I just gotta make sure that this is there. Okay, great. Hopefully you can hear it. If not, I will share it to you in Discord.
Okay. I cannot hear it.
You cannot hear it. Okay. This is why I thought I'd ask, because I understand.
I can change on my side.
Because I've never done one with audio before. So it's there as well if you need it.
Okay, I'll go pull it over here. Let me make sure it's on.
Share the tab, click the toggle. Okay, let me know when you're ready and I'll try again.
Alright, shoot.
Did you hear that?
Okay, that one I heard.
Okay, perfect. And just let me know if you want me to play them again or whatever you'd like. But
okay, yeah, would you just be able to play it one more time? Because I was like, let me listen to it now.
Yeah, I got you.
Is that White Iverson?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's fucking go, dude. I'm so scared.
He's locked in. So we have our 3-second clip if anyone's curious. Dude, which is one of Post's most iconic songs.
I think that was like the first like big hit, right?
It was.
White Iverson song.
Like that would have gave it away right there, like
yeah. I was I know that synth. Dude.
Wait, y'all hear nothing? It's there. It's just not very loud. I apologize. But yeah, White Iverson, one of Post, like the song that kind of changed Post's life.
Assassin, are you?
So what a banger, dude! What a banger!
Classic, dude. Stoney, 10 out of 10 record.
10 out of 10.
Putting that out there. 10 out of 10.
But our next song. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Would you like it again?
I would like it again. I feel like I know that. Can I get it one more time?
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta try and remember the name of the song. Oh, it's off of F1 Trillion. I got like me. Is that Devil I've Been?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go!
2 for 2, baby.
Yes!
Still salvation for
A guy like me. Oh man, he's locking in, ladies and gentlemen.
Salvation for a guy like me.
And one of my favorite songs on this album is "The Devil in Me."
Wow, till you walked in.
Man,
Good ass song, dude.
great song, man. I believe this is our first trivia question.
Ooh.
When Post Malone's second album was released, it was played how many times on Spotify on the first day? Is it A, 30 million, B, 57 million, C, 79 million, or D, 61 million?
I feel like it had to be pretty high because beer bongs and Bentleys exploded.
That solidified him.
And I am pretty confident in saying that no matter which one of these millions it was, at least 10 million of them were me and my roommates.
Do you know what's super funny is I shortly discovered him just after this album. So it was this album released, so I was very excited.
I got lucky enough to where one of my buddies was pretty dialed in, and so I got in through him. I think it was when he released "Congratulations" off of Stoney.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
So we listened to Stoney, and then when Beer Bongs came out, we had like a boys trip vacation together. And so it was like we left town the day this album came out. We played it like the whole way up to the road. I'm gonna say D, 61 million.
61. Okay. Final answer.
Final answer.
And the answer is 79.
Wow, really?
Yeah, 79 million. I know.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy first day, like.
That's crazy
for
first day.
album
Holy
plays.
cow.
Like, which is, you know, I think it had to do with like the singles he was dropping with these features, and like
he was on top of the world.
he was on
at
top.
that point.
He still is almost. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah, especially I mean those first like 2 records in particular. It was
absolutely.
just, like, you couldn't go to a single bar anywhere without hearing a Post Malone song. At some point.
well, especially after Hollywood's
It really
Bleeding,
Yeah, man. And
circles
now,
and shit.
now you start going to dive bars and stuff, and they're all playing like Posty's country stuff.
Yeah.
Like my man's a dive bar king.
He's ready.
His music ain't left bars in like almost 10 years.
Are you ready for the next song, brother?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go.
And I know someone's trying to take my lap. God damn, they're right behind me. It's Paranoid.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm right on the bed and the following day.
Come on, there you go. Let's skip.
Yeah. I love this song.
Paranoid. Honestly, I figured
What
you'd
a
appreciate
photo.
that shirt. Yeah. Dude, I was when I was looking for these photos, I was like, these are great, dude. These are like, this is like a TwitchCon like 3 a.m. We're fucking just wasted photo.
This is us after 6 straight hours of karaoke, man.
Exactly, dude.
I love that he's got a Gollum shirt on too, as he is currently the owner of the One Ring.
Yeah, he paid what, $2 million for it? Which is
I think it's like
insane.
2.2 mil, yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's probably like $20 to
life-changing
him.
money for that dude that pulled it.
Yeah,
You know?
like holy.
Recreate this. Done.
Deal.
We're recreating this. All right, heard.
Our next song.
That's a tough one. Hit me again.
He's
Sounds
thinking.
like something off of F Trillion. I'm gonna have to take the bump up to 3 seconds.
3 seconds, okay.
Yeah. Can I hear it one more time?
Absolutely.
My first thought is wrong ones, but it doesn't sound like it's in the right key.
Do you want the 8-second one?
Give me the 8-second. Let me see if I can highlight it a bit more. That's wrong ones. Yeah. Yep, that's wrong ones.
And you would be You would be right, brother. You would be right.
Yeah!
My boy's on fire, dude.
I should have taken it at the 3. Man, I had it too. I was like, I
You-
feel like I know that
You
riff.
were, man. You were like right there. You're like, oh man, like I think it's this one. I
didn't want to lock it in. I wasn't 100%.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Our next one. Oh, sorry. We have our next trivia question. What was the lead single from Post Malone's album Beer Bong and Bentleys? Was it A, Rockstar, B, Psycho, C, Candy Paint, or D, Better Now?
Okay, I know it's not Psycho or Better Now. Those came out as singles later. The problem is my gut tells me Rockstar, because I think that would have been the first song presented as a single for Beer Bongs and Bentleys, but I think Candy Paint technically came out first because it was in like the Fast 8 soundtrack.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I guess I only watched that movie once because of the stupid submarine.
It was only in the credits.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was the credits song. It might have been Fast 7. It was a Fast and Furious movie. I'm gonna go with my gut and say Rockstar.
Rockstar, and ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna lock that in?
I'm locking it in. Final answer.
The answer is Rockstar, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Rockstar. Which I was listening to on my way. I listened to today, and I was like, dude, this song so fucking slaps.
It's one of my favorite like get hype songs. If I'm going out, I'm meeting the boys. You know, I'm headed to the bar or whatever. I'm putting Rockstar
This
on.
is
That's
baby.
That's my get hype.
Yeah.
What was it in the New Year's episode of How I Met Your Mother when Barney has that mix?
It's the get hype mix. Yeah,
It wasn't just Get Hype mix, yeah.
Because he's like, oh, normal get hype mix has the highs and lows, but we are all rises.
All rise, and it's just that one fucking Bon Jovi song over and over again.
It's the only one they could probably afford at the time, so it was like, that's it, we're going for it.
Like that would just be me, like putting Rockstar on repeat on my way to the bar.
I love that. Your next song.
Hollywood's Bleeding.
That's right.
Yeah.
Straight home. Dude, it's such a banger, bro.
This song has, I think, the hottest beat drop I've ever heard.
Dude, it's crazy.
And when the 808s kick in, like not too long after that bit, it is so fucking hard.
Yes, sir. At first I was like, it's one of those songs I was like, oh, this is okay. And then I listened to it again. I'm like, no, this song's great.
I remember being there at midnight. I'm on my phone. I finally see it unlocks on Spotify. I go to listen to it, and I'm like, oh, wow. It's kind of he's starting off with the slower song. That's really, and then
and you're like, oh,
and
no,
I was like, whoa!
No, we're not. No, we're not.
I was like, oh, shit, here's the hype. Never mind.
Our next song.
Ball for me.
Yes, sir. Dude, the way that there's no hesitation. Which for me, I thought honestly Nicki Minaj's verse was fantastic in this one.
Dude, Nicki kills it, man.
Yeah.
Ball for me. I think a really overlooked song on this record.
It is. Some people mistake it for barf on me if he says it too fast. Barf on me, yeah.
Barf on me, yeah.
You're right, like. But I genuinely like the song. But it was someone said
really good.
It's really good, right?
It's really good, especially because I mean his vocals are so like processed and auto-tuned
that you could
like you can kind of get that a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, and I knew you'd appreciate that.
That's really good.
And I believe this is the next trivia question.
Ooh.
Post Malone's debut mixtape, August 26th, was released in which year? A, 2017, B, 2018, C, 2015, and D, 2016.
Ooh. I'm going through like timelines in my head now. Like when did this record come out? When did this record come out?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think because we brought it up earlier, Posty just released a collab with Wilson for White Iverson's 10th anniversary.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's 2025. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2015 because White Iverson he actually released before Stoney.
Got like yeah, I see it because you dropped it on
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say
and
2015. See, I'm locking it. I'm
lock
locking
it
it
in.
in. I'm going
all
all
right. And the answer is 2016.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Damn. Okay, so he fucking exploded. Then did Stoney come out in 2016?
I think it did.
What a meteoric rise in that case. Holy shit.
Absolutely. Like honestly, his first 3 albums is a generational run. It should be studied. You know what I mean?
Going down, I mean, honestly, yeah. It's especially at that time. Like my friends and I were like college age. You know, we were going to college bars and stuff. It was everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Everywhere. I didn't know a single person who didn't listen to Post Malone at the time.
And it'd be a crime if they didn't.
And then if they didn't, they weren't. Well, I wasn't friends with
Exactly.
them,
It was like, sorry, man. We can't.
Wait,
do
you
it.
know what? You can't. I'm not hanging out with you. You gotta leave.
Our next song.
Oh, girl, I like you. I do. Is that the name of the song?
Yes, it is.
Is it I Like You?
It is I Like You.
Yeah. There we go.
Probably one of my favorite songs of all time is this song with Doja Cat because it's such a happy vibe and
Such a great one.
it crushes. It's my favorite album on 12 Karat Toothache, or favorite song on 12 Karat Toothache.
That one and Insane. I like Love Hate Letter to Alcohol. I think is probably my favorite track.
A great one there too.
But I Like You is so fun. It's bouncy.
Yeah, like and even in parentheses is a happier song. It is probably the happiest song on that album.
Yeah, a killer music video too.
Mm-hmm.
That one I picked up immediately. We played it at work a lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know this.
Dude, if I'm ever listening to it and it comes on, like whether it be naturally or I put it on, I then listen to it like 5 times in a row, and then I go, all right,
it's too fun.
It's too good.
Doja Cat's verse on it, phenomenal.
It's phenomenal, dude.
She
like
crushes it.
Let me know when you're free. I've been trying to hit it all week. Yeah. Oh, dude, like let's go, bro. Your next song.
Oh, that's a tough one.
They're gonna get tougher, baby. They're gonna get tougher. You want me to play it again?
Maybe one more time, yeah. That's not enough. Can you bump me up to the next one?
I can. Oh, hang on.
It's all ambient. Oh no. I gotta say it's not helping.
Would you like the 8?
Man. I'm gonna need the 8, I think. Yeah. That's the first one you've stumped me with.
I was really hoping to get you with one.
Man. So this is clearly on a track that I don't listen to very often. So I'm trying to match. I'm trying to like identify that synth tone
For sure.
with one of his releases because I mean the production on each album is always different, but tonally there's a through line through each record to where you can kind of get the, even if I have a hard time like identifying a particular song, usually I can nail the record and then
Gotcha.
go through it from there.
Okay.
That's hard, man. Ooh, that's a hard one. A synth is it. I feel like it's something off of 12 Karat again, but I can't put my finger on that one. It's not. No, hold on. I don't want to just guess.
Okay. He's thinking, guys. He's thinking. He's like out there, like fuck, like he's like 9 out of 10 right in a row so far. He's just got that one trivia question, but songs he's been right. He's not missed a song.
It's something that I don't listen to very often. It's not Too Cool to Die, is it?
It is not.
Damn. All right. Yeah, but I don't know.
You don't know? Would you you want to see the answer?
I do want to see the answer, and I'm gonna be mad.
Here's one last quick.
No, this is something off of Stony.
Anything? I'll give you one last.
This is something off of Stony. Is it too young?
Nope.
Damn it!
The song is Sugar Wraith. Or Wrath, sorry.
It's off of Beer Bong!
Beer Bong. I believe it's the last or the second last song. Yeah.
Which I don't listen to very often.
No, it's definitely I get that it might be one that skipped.
Yeah. You usually like I'll listen to records. I'll pick out the songs that I like to listen to on repeat, and then every now and then when I do full listen throughs, I go through the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I forgot about Sugar Wraith, man. Usually I stop at Candy Paint if I'm listening to Beer Bong tracks.
Totally fair. Man, our next
good one, dude.
Thank you.
One.
Our next trivia is Post Malone enrolled in college in which state before dropping out to pursue a music career? Is it A, New York, B, New Jersey, C, Texas, or D, Florida?
Well, he's from Texas, right? I'm gonna say C.
C?
Yeah.
You would be correct, buddy. It is Texas.
Yeah.
So hell yeah. And then we got our next.
Because like it's the only explanation for being a Cowboys fan is like you're. From
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the only justification.
No one else like look at Brett. He's a Cowboys fan because he's from fucking Texas.
I think he's a Colts fan.
Well, they both suck, don't they?
No, yeah.
Yeah. Our next song.
Oh, you're killing me.
You want it again?
Oh, you're killing me. One more time. I feel like I'm close. Can you give me the next
Yeah, like the 3?
The 3 seconds.
Oh, stupid thing skip. There you go.
Oh, that's Nova Candy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's right there.
It is, yeah. Dig disco.
Tell by the look on my face. Yeah,
dude, it goes hard, bro. It goes hard.
That might be my favorite one off of that. It's like either that or Morning.
Okay. For this one, for me, it's this one or Chemical.
Chemical. Yeah.
But I mean, I love it's just
something real.
Something real.
Texas Tea.
Dude.
Bangers
Great
on bangers.
songs. And we got our next song. This might be our last one. I can't remember.
Okay, we'll find out. Oh, I know. Oh, I know that one. Hit me again. I'm going a couple different ways. Can I get the 3 second?
Yeah.
One more time, please. Is that no option?
Nope.
Oh, I
we'll go to
missed.
We'll go to the
well then, Big Lie.
Yeah. I knew you'd get it by the 8, but it is Big Lie. It's Chris.
Hits on that one are very similar.
They are, dude.
Really, it's like now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow, no option, Big Lie sound a lot like each other.
What I really enjoyed about the Stoney album is they have all the instrumentals in the there's one of the versions of the album. It's got all the tracks and then all the instrumentals.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just discovered this the other day because I was always listening. They always called it the deluxe edition, but like that's just the regular one. There's another version.
Oh,
yeah.
Stoney Complete Edition. I just have to look this up. Wow, it does have all the instrumental. What?
Yeah, I was like, boom. Like, in what world?
That's gonna change my gym routine, dude. Holy cow!
But yeah, that was it, Chris. So congratulations, you crushed.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was really fun.
I'm just happy I was able to stump you once. Like, oh,
I cannot believe, man. I was like, that one, Sugar Wraith got me good, dude. Not in a million years would I have picked that one either.
I was like trying to pick songs. I was like, okay, like I'm gonna put a couple in there just because, like,
you want some softballs.
You want some softballs, yeah. You gotta, like, just especially get the wheels greased up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like going back and forth, and I was like, man, which ones are just like probably ones he's not gonna listen to.
Yeah, some deep cuts, right? Especially because, I mean, considering that he's kind of like only been on the scene like in a big way for like 8-9 years, like deep catalog at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Like it, you know, we have what, 5 albums? 6?
Yeah, Stony, Beer Bongs,
Hollywood's Bleeding, 12, Carrot Toothache, Austin, and F1 Trillion. So 6.
6.
Yeah. Which
it's 7 if you count the F1 Trillion long bed where he dropped a second full length like part 2.
Yeah, true. Which is like, it's insane, man. It's insane.
Yeah, so there's a lot to choose from, and like you can't listen to all of it. You know,
no, you can't. Unfortunately, I mean, you can. It's just gonna take a while.
You can try, but
yeah,
like, I like to diversify.
Absolutely. So, man, congratulations, bro. You crushed it. Thank you for coming on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, dude. I'll take any opportunity to be able to hang out with you for a bit, and so, you know, to be able to do it on your show, I appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. And I was so excited for this game, man. I've been thinking about this for months. So I've just been like, you know what? Let's just see you on the show. But
I'm glad I didn't embarrass myself.
If anyone wants to find you, brother, where are they going to find you?
You can find me in one of 2 places. We've shrunk a little bit. If you're into the social media thing, I am on Blue Sky at Rumblepack92. That's where I do all my main communicating. I do have an Instagram account, I guess, as well, also under the name Rumblepack92. I keep forgetting about it. I've really been slacking on it. I'm trying to be better. And then you can find me every Tuesday and Saturday night between the 8 to 9 p.m. is usually when I start live right here on twitch.tv/Rumblepack92.
And that's 8 to 9 Eastern, right?
Yes, it is. 8 to 9 Eastern. And then I'm working on spicing it up a little bit and a bit more. Sometimes I'll just kind of go live, you know, if I have the free time and the energy, trying to be out there a little more. So, you know, make sure you hit the follow so you get the notification if I'm live on one of my days off. Amen.
This guy, give this man some love. He's great. He's one of the best Halo players I've ever seen. Plays like I said, the Fighting King. They call him, you know, King Chris, King Rumble.
I think you call me that.
I do. Usually my shrine, but
right next to the jar.
The jar of just the hair I've collected from you from the week. Yes, sir. Every once in a while, I'll take
one of my hairbrushes. Like, there's another one.
That's a good one, dude. Especially because you had long hair at that point, so it was easy.
I did have really long hair. It's short now. Look at this.
I know, dude. When I see you this year, it's gonna be just like mine, short.
You're gonna have to pull. Yeah, you're gonna have to pull harder.
Exactly.
You know, yeah, it's smaller.
But ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this show, make sure you give us some love on YouTube. Subscribe, comment below. What was your favorite part? Did you get the songs? Did you guys play along? Did you enjoy? And if you guys are wanting to participate live, head over to twitch.tv/Koryzma, where you can drop your takes in and also potentially get them read. So thank you all for watching. Thank you whether you watched it live or if you're watching the show on YouTube. So thank you all so much, and we'll be back next month. So I appreciate y'all.